Hello friends and welcome to TurtleQueenGaming and back to Nicole. I forgot what I was doing. Oh no, I remembered. I'm trying to raise diligence and amity, which I can do. Well, I need to increase my morale, which I can do by jogging. I feel like I need a nap, probably. I can't do a bubble bath because I have no money, so I'll just take a nap. Tip of the day, each activity raises a specific stat. Man, of course it's all gloomy now that I'm out of bio class. I squint my eyes to brace against the autumn chill as the wind brushes past my face. It's super overcast today. I guess the sun's just taking a little vacation. I always get so sleepy on days like this. That and the lecture today was super boring. I could barely pay attention. The class is turning out to be way harder than I thought it would be. I'll just make sure to pay extra close attention when I read the chapter of this next session. Boom, problem solved. Except I never really get what I read when I read it. No, come on, Nicole. You got this. Don't worry over it. What do I do now? It's too depressing to stay outside on a day like this, but I don't feel like heading back to my dorm right away. Maybe I should study in the library for a bit. I could use the review time. That's the best idea I got, so I'm going with it. I take the path leading down to the library, but I stop when see a certain someone nearby. I like that they change outfits depending on the, weather and whatnot. I should have known that I'd see Jeff around the life science department. I don't want to say that I've been avoiding him lately, but yeah, I've totally been avoiding him since I ran into him at the lab. I don't think he's seen me yet. Great! I can probably hide somewhere until he passes by. Unfortunately for me, Jeff turns and catches me on the spot, then makes a face that's exactly like that's what he was trying to do. Oh no, he can't be looking for me, can he? Nicole, I've been looking everywhere for you. Why? I can't even run and hide because that'll look totally obvious. The way Jeff comes over towards me really creeps me out. He looks normal with his friendly smile and hand held over his head, but when you know what I know, then you'd know that that's anything but normal for Jeff. Oh, Jeff, hi. I try forcing a smile and looking natural. I have no idea how Jeff does this so easily. I can barely keep myself from cringing as he stops in front of me. You wouldn't happen to be busy now, would you? I wanted to talk to you about something. I'm always busy. I'm busy forever. Leave me alone. Here's where I ask myself, is he telling the truth or am I going to be in big trouble right now? Best to play it safe. It's not him. It's too obvious to be him. Actually, I was going to the library to study. Sorry. I hastily try to get around Jeff, but he quickly steps to the side, blocking my way. Oh, that's isn't a problem, Nicole. I can wait. For me to finish studying? That's weird. He steps closer and his smile looks more unsettling now that it's close to my face. I can wait as long as it takes for you to talk to me. I think he's trying to say he's not going to leave me alone till then. Man, my luck. You know what? I changed my mind. I can study later. My laughter comes out scared and nervous. Oh man, someone help me. What does the girl have to do? Use Morse code? It's obvious that I'm uncomfortable with this guy. Actually, bad idea. I bet Jeff knows Morse code. Glad to hear that. Now, if you don't mind following me, I do. Whatever you have to talk about with me, you can talk to me right here in public with witnesses. Jeff waves a hand over his shoulder and leads me out of the public. I won't lie, going somewhere with no eyewitnesses makes my hair stand on edge. Once we've walked a good deal away from people around us, Once we walked a good deal away, and the people around us thin out into occasional passerby, Jeff lets out a huge, tired sigh. Ugh, exhausting. He tilts his head from side to side, stretching out any kinks in his neck. Forcing yourself to speak in such drivel becomes exhausting like you wouldn't believe. You wouldn't happen to have throat lozenge, would you? Fuck you! I shouldn't even have to be talking to you. I might have a cough. Save it. That was a test, and you managed to pass. I'll note that you're always prepared, Nicole. That's a great start. Start to what? Oh, you'll see. I can feel my stomach turn as Jeff starts snickering under his breath. Whatever he has planned doesn't sound like it'll end well for me. He leads me to a dorm, one of the nicer and more modern ones like mine. It's a few halls and past some doors later when we finally stop at a room. This is your room, I'm guessing? Correct. Please tell me you forgot something or were just picking it up on the way. I could, but it'd be a dreadful lie, and Nicole, you of all people should know that I do dreadful lying on a daily basis. Jeff takes the key out of his pocket, sticks it in the knob and twists it. He pushes open the door, the door open right after and heads on in. Close the door after you. Don't go in there! Don't do it! I do so, even though the thought of being in a confined space with Jeff makes me completely uncomfortable. Don't do it! Like, that you could have just straight up told him no. The inside of his room is surprisingly normal, just like your average students. There are 2 beds, so he must have to share it with a roommate, and 2 desks shoved to the very back, complete with bookshelves built into the unit. Books with spines bearing technical medical titles are stacked neatly in place on the walls, with a few diagrams of the human body. One poster has an entire layer of the muscular system, while another is especially dated concerning our vital organs. But I'm sure Jeff didn't bring me here so I could appreciate his interior design choices. In fact... Okay, spit it out. What do you want from me? I'm going to just get right to it. It's not like we're really friends. There's no point in beating around the bush to spare his feelings. Oh, Nicole, straight to the point, aren't you? Don't you care to relax? Take a load off. Feel free to use the bed. It's currently unoccupied. You mean you room here alone? But isn't this a room for 2 people? It is, yes, but my previous roommate had something come up, shall we say? That's strange. I carefully consider if I want to press any further with the line of questioning. Geez, Jeff, do I want to know what you did to him? Nothing illegal. I may have capitulated on his fear of spiders, but really, who pays attention to such details as those? You ran your roommate off. The poor guy. I sigh and plop down on the opposite bed, just like Jeff suggested. I'm kind of digging the dark blue star pattern sheets. There better not be any spiders under there, though. Anyway, back to what you were saying before. You wanted to talk to me? Certainly, this is true. Jeff paces the room, marching back and forth over the multicolored rug in the middle. Who have you told? Told? I frown at him angrily. You mean about you? Yes, exactly. Who have you told? Who am I going to have to watch out for now? It's been a while. I'm sure you've spread the news among the masses. I don't know what made you think I'd squeal, but I haven't told anyone, remember? Like I promised? I cross my arms, offended. I can't believe you thought I'd tell. Oh, hush, like you wouldn't think the same thing. To have me in such a compromising position would grant you unlimited ammo to hold over my head. And yet you say that you've not taken advantage of this at all. Well, you did blackmail me. Jeff stops and looks at me, his chin tucked in his fingers. If I believe you, and I should since you show no signs of lying, then I may very well have been right about you, Nicole. What, that I'm a great target because I'm obviously the dumbest girl on campus? What do you mean? What do you think about me? That you're perfect. For what vile experiment, sir? Huh? What is he getting at here? Are you hitting on me? Jeff sputters as he laughs. Oh, no, that's not what I meant. Yes, you are perfect, Nicole. The perfect assistant, that is. I should have known he wasn't flattering me for the sake of being nice. Oh, I see. He wants me to be his lab assistant. I understand. That this is unlocking more of the, side jobs. Wait, you think I'd make a good assistant? Did I even hear that right? I must have, because Jeff nods enthusiastically at me. Certainly, you fit the 3 criteria necessary to be. Jeff holds up a finger. Number 1. I cringe from how loud Jeff shouts. Is that German? You must know about the true genius that is Jeff Ryan. Fucking egomaniac. Though it started as an unfortunate incident, I now see that your overhearing me can work to my advantage. Jeff holds up 2 fingers now, and I quickly cover my ears. Number 2? Is that right? I doubt that's right. That can't be right. I bet you don't even say, like, Z, like Z in German. I must deem you to be of adequate competence. I don't know how you reached that conclusion. You haven't told anyone my secret, which contributes points in your favor. I also believe you possess an above-average intelligence, if not higher. Thank you, I think? That sounds like the closest I'm ever going to get as a compliment from Jeff. And what's number 3? Jeff's lower jaw hangs slack as I stop him from shouting for the last time. He raises his eyebrows, impressed. Ahem, I was getting to that. Humph. Number 3! Jesus, why are you shouting in German? You must be obedient to each and everything I say. Whoa, let's stop in while we're ahead, shall we? I cross my arms in front of my chest. Now you have a problem. What makes you think that's me? I'm not listening to you just because you tell me to. Oh, I think you will, Nicole. Jeff buffs his nails against his shirt and brings them up to observe his handiwork. Remember what I said about influencing Garver? It works both ways. I'd take as much as a snap of my fingers to have him fawning over you like his favorite student. It's quite feasible for me. Well, aren't you awfully sure of yourself? Though maybe he has a good reason to be. Ugh, I hate it how tempting this idea is. If Jeff gets me on Garver's good side, that could mean an easy ride to an A for this class. I can see you're still unsure about this, so what if I metaphorically sweeten the deal for you? If you're interested, I could work my connections and find a part-time position for you here at the lab. Mind you, you'd most likely be the cleaning lady, but as they say, money talks, no? It certainly does. I can't help it. Girl wants to make bank. You could really do that? Bark like a dog, and I'll consider it. No. Hey, you're the one who wanted to sweeten the deal. I was, but now I decided to make you bark like a dog as well. Motherfucker! I'm kidding, by the way. I groan, nearly falling to the floor in relief. Jeff seriously doesn't know when to quit with his terrible jokes. I thought for sure he was serious, like just no. And if I say no to all this, you won't try to turn Garver against me, right? Too much effort for something so vindictive. I'd only do so the moment my secret spilled from your lips. Just checking. Yeah, I didn't. As long as he doesn't keep blackmailing me to get me to do what he wants. I sigh as I feel the foundation of my defenses crumbling. I know I should be thinking harder about this, but getting a little more info wouldn't hurt first. So what would I have to assist you in anyway? Jeff grins eagerly as he sees I'm interested in his proposition. The full explanation would be much more interesting. Would be a much more interesting, worthy story, but alas, I shall keep it brief. I am what you call a modern-day alchemist. I mouthed the last word to myself slowly. An alchemist is like one of those science guys who turned lead into gold, right? Jeff plants his palm against his forehead. I knew he was going to get pissed at that. Again, with the simplification of such scientific marvels. At least now I can finally yell at you for it. Yes, turning lead into gold is one of the feats of alchemy, but there was much more. With transmutation, the opportunities are limitless, and you can create anything you desired. And you see, I'm aiming for one goal in particular. This is what I need your assistance on. And what goal is that, sir? Jeff adopts a really haughty stance, the shoulders back, arms out. Now take a guess. What do you think my goal is, my would-be assistant? Why do I have to guess? Do it, or you are no fun. Hey, I'm plenty of fun! Ugh, why am I even arguing this? Fine, I'll play along. Well, he wants to change something. That's alchemy! Of course he wants to change something, but what is he working on? That's not even... Ah, Nicole. Cheese and rice. He obviously wants to change something. I don't get any of this alchemy stuff. How the heck am I supposed to guess what Jeff wants to do with it? Do you want to do something like turning lead into gold? I mean, that's what alchemists do, right? Jeff begrudgingly nods his head. I suppose, but that has already been done, and I already do that with chemicals in the lab. Transforming one substance from another tends to get stale after a few dozen times. Yeah, but you create a potion from other ingredients, so it's technically like changing something. I'm gonna reload that. Hold on. Load. Game. This. Yes. Okay, so he wants to make something. That is like that is a big rule against things in alchemy. That's not something that... You can't make something out of nothing. You can only change one substance into another. I take a moment to think this over. I don't know much about this alchemy thing, but it's just interested in pharmacology, which is about making medicine. Is your goal to create something? Jeff breaks out into a round of condescending applause. That jerk. Correct. More specifically, I am to create a draft which the world has never seen before. However, it's much more difficult than I had anticipated on my own, hence my need for an assistant. Wow, so you can be humble when you want to. I thought you'd go on about how amazing you were. Jeff scoffs and gestures at himself. Why, of course, I am amazing, but not that amazing. An alchemist must know the limits if he ever wishes to surpass them. Hey, for once, I think you're saying something that makes a decent amount of sense. Okay, so he's just a dick. But he's not, like, super sadistic from what I can tell. Just hates people. So all I'd have to do is what exactly? It's simple. All you must do is assist me in finding the necessary ingredients I need to finish my potion. That you're never going to tell me the purpose of. All in due time. All will be revealed in due time. It is a good deal, in my oh so biased opinion. Just think, help me for a few measly ingredients, and you can have Garver eating out of the palm of your hand. Jeff extends his hand and flashes me a charming, obviously practiced smile. I hesitate, eyeing his hand like it's infested with the plague. And when we find all the ingredients, then you hold up your part of the deal, right? You have my word, which isn't worth much considering, but I'm afraid it is all you have for now. He's right when he says I don't have much to go off of, but it doesn't sound too hard, admittedly, and if it's to get an A. Okay, I'm in, but you better keep your word. I take his hand and squeeze it firmly, almost to the point where it must have been painful. Jeff's hand simply remains in mine passively. He never squeezes back, instead he only smiles deviously. When I promise to do something, I do it, Nicole. You will soon see that I am truly a man of my word. When I mean it. A shiver runs through my arms. Starting from where our hands are connected, I immediately let go and bring mine back to my chest. What have I got myself into? Anyway, from this moment on, you are my assistant, and I shall now refer to you as such. So get out. He points at his door. I will now begin with a few rounds of experimental synthesis, and no one but myself is allowed in Atelier Jeff doing so? I stare unamused at him, and that is the name of the room in which you stand, of course. This is the workshop where I perform the majority of my experiments, though I do use Garver's laboratory if needed. I shake my head before returning to the door. Geez, I'm surprised you haven't gotten in trouble with the resident advisor yet. Oh, I have. As I shoot a questioning look over my shoulder, Jeff simply shrugs and grins. I came up with a way to take care of it. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to ask about that one. I unlocked the laboratory assistant job. Okay. Well, that's good, I guess. God. Whoops. Feeling tired, go to the dorm room for a nap. Wow, Darren's like the highest already. That was quick. I had a terrible class. I don't get the whole point. Like, how does what I'm doing in class seem to affect me? This sucks. I'm done with class for the day, so why am I still heading to the library? It's my inner brainiac's fault. I don't want to go at all, but I have a paper to write. Thankfully, it's not that long, and I still have plenty of time to finish it. I just want to get a running start. A girl needs time to kick back and relax here and there, and I doubt my conscience would let me do that if I didn't at least do a little work. The first floor of the library has the front desk, the computer lab, and different kinds of offices, but the second floor is my destination. All the books and study desks are located there, which means it'll be nice and quiet, perfect for concentrating. Bookshelves stand in my way like walls of a maze. I remember the study desks are toward the back. I slip down an aisle and start weaving my way through. Other people are doing the same. I stop as I recognize someone familiar. Darren's standing in the middle of an aisle, and he's carefully studying a row of books. I nearly call out to him before I realize the glorious opportunity. Oh no. Oh, this is going to be so mean, but so worth it! He's so close to the shelf that there's room to sneak behind him. I lean over close to Darren's ear. A smirk graces my face before I start whispering. Hiya, Darren. He jumps as he hears me and whips his head about, knocking himself into the bookshelf. Ah! Gosh, are you okay? Even as I say that, I'm unfortunately laughing. His reaction is priceless. I have to cover my mouth while I steady him upright. Darren stumbles on his words. He shakes his head as if trying to unjumble them in his mouth. Do not suddenly do that! I'm really sorry for that. I couldn't resist. I laugh and clap him lightly on the shoulder a few times. However, my touch causes him to flinch away. Oh, my bad. Crap, I forgot. He doesn't do well with touching. My hands waver indecisively in the air, but Darren doesn't stay upset for long. I'm alright. I was only surprised. Just please, don't sneak up on me like that again. No promises. I giggle as Darren's body heaves a weary sigh. I'm kidding! I won't do it again, for real. So what you up to? Hitting the books? With the subject skillfully changed, I take a moment to glance over the book bindings and read the titles. They're old works of fictions, the ones that you might read in high school for book reports. Lately, I've had the urge to read some more of the classics. Well, that's not actually entirely the truth. Darren laughs nervously and pushes on the bridge of his glasses. I want to attempt to read a horror story. I don't do well with them, and I think the reason must be because I haven't read enough of them. I think back at how skittish he was when we first met. He nearly jumped out of his seat any time I tried to come near him. Yeah, let's go with that. I have no idea where to start, though. I've read Dracula, Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, The Picture of Dorian Gray, The Legends of Sleepy Hollow. He starts listing off so many books my head starts spinning. And I knew all of them! Go me! Whoa, 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 I thought you said you hadn't read that many. No, I think I said that I haven't read enough of them. There must be something more I've missed, though I was barely able to handle the others. So you're looking for something you haven't read, and something more intense. Aha! Hey, I've got just the ticket. Have you ever heard of Rock Wasps? I can't say that I have. Who's the author? No, it's not a book. It's a sort of web series. Like, it's hard to explain, but think of it as a bunch of creepy stories all together. I see, so it's online. My technological expertise ends outside of Roller, but I should be able to figure it out. No worries, I've got you covered. We can check it out on my laptop. It's fine. Darren blurts out the word so fast that I reel back in surprise. He notices this, bites his lip, and pauses like he always does when he thinks of what to say next. I mean, I wouldn't want to impose on you. Darren, I totally insist. Come on, let's snag a table. He's worried about being scared in front of her, I'm sure. I march ahead a few steps and turn around and wave Darren over already. He hesitates, but a hard stare is enough to get him to follow after me with a quiet sigh. We sit at the table in the corner thanks to my insistence. If you don't want anyone to interrupt or get in the way, that's the way to go. I hurry and take a seat nearest the aisle. Darren looks back and forth between the ones left. I pat the one next to me invitingly. Take this one. The suggestion makes his face go red. Okay. He's adorable. He takes the seat obediently, but draws his arms tight to his sides and his knees close together. Could he even be more tense? It's making me nervous too, and all we're doing is reading. I don't bother to point this out since since I doubt that'll help him relax. I move to pull my laptop from my bag, and soon enough we're both staring at the homepage for the Rock Wasp site. Are you ready? I gotta admit, when I first read it, it definitely creeped me out in places. The whole purpose of this is to try to desensitize myself to this material, so yes, I am, ready. Why would you want to desensitize yourself to horror? It's supposed to be fun. You're supposed to want to be scared. That's the whole point of the horror genre. Darren's way more relaxed by this point, though I have no idea how long this will last. I wasn't kidding when I told him Rock Wasp was creepy. Sure, the start isn't so bad, but that's just because it's all set up and foreshadowing. Basically, the story is about a group of friends trying to make a movie named Rock Wasps, hence the title, but details. Throughout the story, they run into a weird guy ghost thing that keeps stalking them, and... Oh, I shouldn't say too much about it. I don't want to spoil it! Just know that there's tons of content, and it doesn't stop at text. There are staged videos and recordings too, and they really went all out making the series the creepiest thing ever. Apparently it's real. We might have to check that out sometime. Rock Wasps. As usual, I find myself getting sucked into the story, and I'm hitting Darren through like I wrote this myself. I get so carried away showing him all the best parts that I don't notice that nearly all the blood is drained from his face. Nicole? He has one hand pressed against his temple and the other held to my laptop screen to block it from sight. I think I've had enough for now. But this is the part where they check out the abandoned office. You're going to get a total jump, trust me. He doesn't want to be scared. I think I'll have to pass. My nerves might not be able to handle it. He does look a little shaky when I take a better look at him. Yikes. Whoa, you weren't kidding when you said you don't handle this stuff well. It's embarrassing to admit. You wouldn't think it's possible to react so strongly to scary stories. I don't personally get... That's my best friend, the same girl that runs Tiny Wampity Creation... Wapiti. I keep wanting to put a name in there. Tiny Wapiti Creations. She can't handle blood. Like, anything with, like, the gore fest, anything, it freaks her out. She can't handle it. She ends up, doing the whole pillow over her face thing. And I love that stupid stuff. I love, like, watching things like Untold Stories of the ER and that sort of thing, where they have stupid reenactments, but there's blood everywhere, and she can't take it, and it's no fun, because I enjoy it so much, and then she's like, I can't watch this. Sigh. It's embarrassing to admit, but my stomach grows upset. I start to shiver, and every little thing seems to stand out and make me anxious. Darren grabs the stomach like he's about to throw up. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Wait, what am I saying? Are you going to be okay? I flinch as I realize how loud my voice has just been. We're in a library, Nicole. First rule is no yelling. Thankfully, Darren gives me a reassuring shake of the head. It's past. I'm fine. Well, somehow I just seriously doubt Darren's the culprit because, look at the man. He can't even handle reading a horror story. I didn't mean to alarm you. Phew, better take a break for now. I mentally note where we left off just in case Darren asks about it later to check and click out of the page. So if you hate horror stories, what kind of books do you love? Oh, wait, let me guess. Darren chuckles quietly and looks at me with amusement. Okay then, what kind of books do you think I like? I assure you, I do have a favorite. I'm betting it's historical fiction, but I'm going to save this anyway. Boom. Historical fiction, hands down. I can tell from your blog that you love stuff that deals with past centuries. Darren looks amazed. You got it, yes. The correct answer is historical fiction. I throw my arms into the air and silently cheer. I am the literal best. Darren appears amused by my display, and he quietly shakes his head at my antics. Well, you guessed right, but do you know what historical fiction is? I can explain it if you need me to. Historical fiction is like fake stories that happen in the real past, so it can be like a romance during World War II or something like that, right? Yes, that's it, exactly. It's fascinating to think that all the research the authors must have to do. The best historical fiction makes you feel like you were actually there. That must be why you like it so much, huh? Have you ever heard the saying, study the past if you would divine the future? No, but it sounds smart. It's a saying by Confucius. It states that we can protect our future if we know about the past. If you think about it, it's true. Everything in the present only exists because it has a past as a foundation. So what I'm trying to say is that I like historical fiction because I like the past. We can learn more about ourselves and where we're headed just by looking back and seeing where we came from. Or so I believe. It's kind of silly, isn't it? No, not at all. Okay, yeah, I don't get it, but if you like something, then you like something. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, if you're going to be adamant about it, I won't protest. What kind of books do you like, Nicole, now that we're on the topic? Easy. Mysteries are my favorite. I like figuring stuff out like that. It's fun, and it's way cool to go through the book the second time and pick up on the clues you missed the first time, you know? I see now why you major in law. Using and connecting evidence is a crucial part of the legislative process. I'm not that deep. I don't really read as much anymore, unfortunately. I should change that, but I always get distracted. By what? Roller. I flash him a sheepish grin, and Darren blinks a few times in response. Well, the first step is admitting you have a problem. He glances down at his watch and balks at the time. Oh no, I spent longer here than I meant to. I really have to go now. I don't want to have to walk back to my dorm in the dark. Why? Afraid of faceless stalkers? I wiggle my finger at him and make an eerie sort of noise as I reference rock wasps. Darren flinches and hurriedly stands from his seat, holding his bag to his chest. If you'll excuse me. He rushes away, leaving me sitting at the table by myself. I turn to my laptop to close it when I suddenly hear footsteps coming towards me. I look up and see that Darren has returned. Also, that wasn't very funny. He huffs and turns to leave again, apparently having said all he needs to say. I laugh quietly to myself as I pack up my things. Terrence sure can be weird sometimes. It's only when I'm on my feet heading to the library that I remember. Wasn't I supposed to be writing a paper? Ah, no, don't tell me I wasted all my time doing nothing. I let out a huge breath, but I prick up as I notice a nearby bulletin board. There's a flyer with a help wanted sign with huge letters. Consider me interested. I take a closer look at it's a position as a server in the cafeteria. Not the most glamorous job, but another part-time job wouldn't hurt. I snag one of the phone number slips off the flyer and hurry back to my room. I guess I'll get started there instead. Hooray! I unlocked the cafeteria server job. Well, that was interesting. Let's see. There we go. Just grab some clues on my way through. Well. Oh, it's morning time. It looked like nighttime. That's where I'm going to cut it off for today. So, Darren's adorable. He's a little too skittish for me, but at the same time, that's part of his charm, I guess. I can see how if we went for Jeff's ending, how it could probably develop into something good. He just needs more personal interaction with actual somebody that he could care about. I could see how there's a lot of potential for character growth there. But, I don't know. I'm still thinking Darren or Ted. Madri's kind of cool, but he's also a cocky motherfucker. Alright, but we'll mess with all that next time. So until next time, peace out, y'all.